The filter function in Excel lets you filter on data based on one or more conditions. It helps you return data from all the columns or set of columns that are adjacent. However, when I was teaching this function to a set of data analysts, they asked me a question. What can we do if you only want data from a few columns and that too non-adjacent? I told them that you can either use the choose_calls function or use the filter function itself. Let's take a look on how you can do this using the filter function. We have the sales data for products sold through different channels in 4 regions. Let's begin by writing a simple filter function. From this data, we will filter data for all the phones. I'll begin by writing filter in cell F2. The first parameter is array. We can select the entire table on the left. A2 to D65. The next parameter is called include. We can provide the criteria for filtering the data here. Let's write the condition as A2 to A65, which contains the product names, is equal to phones. We of course write the word phones in double quotes. Close the bracket and we get the result. If you want to learn more about the filter function, then you can refer another video of mine. I will include the link in the description. Now let's get back to the problem at hand. Now let's say we don't want to display the contents of column F as it just repeats the word phones. To do that using the filter function, we will need to understand the concept of arrays. Currently there are 4 columns in our data. If I were to write an expression to display all 4 columns, then I would write an array expression as curly brackets 1, 1, 1, 1, curly brackets close, where 1 indicates true. In a sense, we are telling Excel to display all columns. The product name phones is in the first column. So if we do not want to display the contents of the first column, we will write the expression as curly brackets 0, 1, 1, 1, curly brackets close. 0 means false, that is, it won't display the contents of the first column. Now we can use this notation with the filter function to select which columns we want to display. We will begin by writing another filter function right after the equal to sign. Now the result of the earlier filter function will be the array for the outer filter function that we have initiated writing. We go to the end and press comma. Now the outer filter function expects the next parameter include. Here we will provide the array details as in curly brackets 0, 1, 1, 1. Close the bracket for the outer filter function and we get the result without the first column, which contain the text phones for all the rows. Now if you want to display only the channel and unit sold details, we can change the formula slightly. We can write the array as 0, 1, 0, 1. And now we only have the details of channels and units sold. Let's look at the final application. We will calculate the total units sold for the product phones. As a first step, we will edit the formula to display only the unit sold values. We'll write the array as 0, 0, 0, 1. Now it only displays the unit sold values. The next step is to write a sum function right after the equal to sign. All the unit sold values will now be considered as an input to the sum function. And at the end of this expression, I have put a bracket to close the sum function. And now we get the total of units sold for phones. So this is how we can use the filter function for displaying only a few columns. You can also use the choose calls functions to achieve the same result. I have another video for choose call functions. The link is in the description. If you found this video useful, then I would request you to please subscribe to our channel so that you can find more such helpful videos easily. Thanks for watching.